Hello everyone! Welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. This is number 2 mold from Into Resin we're going to do today. This is called Handmade Diamond Starfish Tray Mold. If you like it in the end and you want it, that's the actual name. There will be a link in the description box for you as well as my discount code to save you 20%. Don't forget about those codes when you guys are shopping. Always go in my description box. This is full of facets everywhere. It's got a large starfish here. I'm thinking it's kind of like a dish soap tray, maybe, or it could be a Trinket tray. I have no idea how much it holds. I'm guessing maybe, I don't know. I'm going to just mix up 8 ounces. Today, I pulled out my aquamarine. I rarely use this color, so I want to use this, but it's going to be really, really, really light. Like, not very much of it at all. And then I pulled out, it was in one of these 2 boxes. I'll find the correct link. Intense Chameleon Powders from Let's Resin. And this one is called Dark Green. And it goes really well with the aquamarine, if I can get it into the starfish and nowhere else. So I pulled out a little pointy Q-tip type thing, and we're going to see if we can get it in there. So we might as well just start that before I even do my resin, because this might take me a little bit of time, and we'll see how messy it gets, because you know I need it to be perfectly clean in areas I don't want it. Oh, this might not be too bad to clean up, but I want it, I'm trying to get it into all those little facets, because I wanted the starfish to be like, you know, stand out from the rest of it. So I didn't want to just pour a color in there. And I seem to want to be doing all of their molds a couple different ways. So let's see how this one comes out before I determine if I'm going to do it another way. Generally, it's because I'm too curious and I need to find out if it's going to look different any other way, or with a different product, or a mica powder. I don't really personally like glitters done in these molds because it takes away from the glitter. They're still really shiny, but you can't get the full effect of the glitter. And if you're paying for glitter, you really want to see the glitter. So I kind of shy away from the glitter in these, because I have done it on several of their molds in the past, and it's the same result. Other than, you know, a regular mold that doesn't have all these diamonds in it, then of course, yeah, I would do the glitter. But I'm just saying, in these diamond-like molds, I kind of don't want to do glitter in them. But I do like to see the difference between alcohol inks and mica powders in different colors. I like to see sometimes when we marble them, things like that. So if you have ideas that you haven't seen me try, give me some ideas of other ways we can do these diamond molds and see what they look like. I am getting this on there, but it's really not a horrible amount of cleanup. I don't think it's going to be. So if I could just keep this up, it won't be too bad. I will go ahead and fast forward you. You know what I'm doing. And I will see you on the other side. I did mix up 8 ounces. If I have extra, then we have extra. I'm just scraping my sides and my bottom after you use a mixer to make sure everything's mixed in. And like I said, I'm going to go really light with this aquamarine. We're going to start with, well, that's lighter than I thought. So I'm going to do a few extra drops. I want the color in, but I don't want it like green. I just want a hint I really wanted blue-green, but I think this color will go good with that starfish in there. So that's still a little light, but it's going to be poured about half that thickness. So I'm going to do 2 drops more. And we're going to say that's it. Then I'm going to put it through the vacuum chamber. I'm not going to add crushed crystal because it gets lost behind the facets just like the glitter does. So I'm not going to waste it. And this is going to be a pretty simple pour. I don't know if I'm going to do anything to it after we get it out. We have to see what it looks like when it's finished. But let's get all these bubbles out of the resin before we pour it, and we'll see how much this holds. Debubbled and ready to pour. I got most of this out. It wasn't that difficult. I just used alcohol and a brush, a couple different kinds of brushes just to get it out. And what I wanted to tell you about the intense mica powders, you don't have to fill it with black. You could fill it with white, any color. It should be the same. I've never filled it with transparent. We're going to find out today if it's still the same. But any color that I've ever filled the intense mica powders with, it's still the same color on the front side. So you don't have to worry about having to fill it something with black when you're using them if you don't want to make your piece black. So we're going to see, and I have a feeling it's going to be just fine with the clear because it is a very deep pigmented powder. I'm just going to kind of get this all around, hoping to avoid bubbles without spraying alcohol. I'm just gonna manipulate it in all those tiny little grooves, and I did dislodge some of the powder here, I see. So we're gonna have some speckles in here. Oh my gosh, it's gonna hold more than 8? No, I think it's going to hold, yeah, it is going to hold more than 8. That was 8 ounces. It's not domed. It can hold a couple more ounces, I think. Let's see. I don't think it's necessary that I fill it that 1 more ounce. It's almost there. I'm going to say 8's good. We'll see what it looks like when we take it out. If you do this, I would mix up 9 and you'll still have some left over. But it's just, I'm going to say, oh, well, maybe it is 8. Exactly 8. So yeah, 8 should be good for you. Nice round number. No extras. Let me grab something. I want to just mix. If I can mix that mica powder into, it'll just turn green. I just don't want to create bubbles doing it, even though you probably won't see the bubbles. I'm trying to get that mica powder mixed in. So if I see it float during the next 20 minutes, I'm just going to go ahead and do that and mix it in and keep spraying the bubbles with my 99% alcohol to get those popped, but I don't think you're really going to see any bubbles through the facets, so we should be good. All right, time to cure. She's ready to come out. Are you ready to see what we got? See if we're gonna do anything to it or if we should, woo, popped right out. Oh, I see some mica powders are left in there. Here it is. I can't even tell that there's mica missing, so it must have been just extra. So that answers that question. You could put transparent behind the intense and still get the same effect. Now, it's not as beautifully sparkly as this because we painted it with the powder, but you could definitely see it. I wonder if there's a way we could pour it and still see it but shiny, but look at this. It's so pretty. I guess it can be its soap dish. It's kind of shallow. I don't know if you could tell how shallow it is on here. What do you think of the color though? I love the sparkle. I have barely some trimming to do because I just needed a ½ ounce more, but I'd rather trim it than mix up the other half. But look at how crystal clear that is. I mixed in the floating mica powder so you can't see it at all anymore. Well, let me think about it. Let's pour it one more time today. And let's see what we can do a little bit different. And see if there's anything I want to do to this. But I doubt it. So let me have a think about. I mixed up 8 more ounces. I split it in 2. I'm going to try something that I have not done before. I've been wanting to try it, but I haven't really had a reason to do it until today. So I picked out 2 alcohol inks again because they make these shine the best. I cleaned this out. It cleaned really easily with a little alcohol, a little bit of paper towel, rubbed it out a little bit, perfectly clean. I'm going to do still the ocean colors, turquoise and sky blue. And I'm going to put Elmer's glue in both of them. We're going to kind of marble it. Pour a little bit by hand, not like split cup marble, but marble by hand. And see if the colors, I don't want the colors to meld together because alcohol inks tend to want to just combine when they're curing because this has quite a long curing time compared to like the 4-hour fast cure or whatever. And when it's curing, alcohol inks just like to merge together and become one color. So if I put the Elmer's glue in and make it thick, and then we pour it in marbling style, I'm thinking it might stay that way. I've never tried it. You guys probably already know the answer to this, but I don't know the answer to this because I haven't seen it done, and I haven't done it. So let's try it today. It's not exactly split perfectly, but it's good enough. I didn't like measure the split. So I'm just going to just squirt a nice bit amount. You like that amount? Yeah. And run it through the vacuum chamber after I put my glue in. So I like to put all my additives in before they go in the vacuum chamber, because what's the point on taking the bubbles out if we're going to stir something in after the fact, right? So that's my thinking. So they're pretty. I think I'm going to do a little bit more blue. Just a little squirt. And there's approximately 4 ounces in each one. This one has a little bit more. That one has a little bit less. So I think I'm going to do just 2 drops of Elmer's glue into each cup and see where that gets us. Hopefully. My tips always get clogged on this for some reason. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. It should be enough. When I was doing that huge 3D resin wave, I only did 1 drop and all that. So yeah, that's nice and gel-like. That's all we needed. Again, I'm not trying to suspend glitter today. I'm just trying to thicken up the resin without it sitting here for 30 minutes because I do these videos at night. I don't want to sit and wait 30 minutes until my resin is thick. So that is your answer. Just throw some Elmer's glue in there and then put it through your vacuum chamber and we'll get all the bubbles out and then we'll pour. Told you the bubbles would come out. So I'm not sure because it's very thick how I'm going to do this. I don't know if I should do it together or I don't know how this is going to work. They might end up melding together because I'm not sure how to pour it. Let's do to? Well, I think I'm just going to kind of stick to where it's going and not overlap it, because it looks like I'm not sure what's going to happen. Are we going to end up with just blue or just green, or are we going to end up with two colors? I guess I'm going to get, you're not going to get a marble like this, so maybe I will get a stripe down the center. It's too thick to marble, but I think it will stay separated from side to side. How this looks, I don't know. I didn't really want like a striped dish, but you just never know. It might come out decent. So now I know that you really can't marble with gluey resin. I can't even get it off my stick. All right, so that's that one. Get off. Let me wipe that off. And so I just have basically a green stripe down the center. Probably because I don't have a lot of area to work with. So yeah, it's kind of, maybe if I swirl it, you could kind of see the swirl. Hopefully we won't lose the green for doing that. I don't know, experiment day. Let me waste my resin so you don't have to. Okay, well, that's it. I'm just gonna spray the top. I don't see any bubbles in there. You could see the swirl, right? Yeah, okay, well, let's let it cure and see what we come up with. It's cured. Y'all ready to see number 2? Let's see what we got. Well, they stay separated. Maybe I need something white. Let me grab a paper towel. Okay. Remember, here's the first one. Here is the second one. So, yeah, you can see it. I think my colors were too close, but they did stay separated. Now, they didn't marble like I wanted. Here it is on a white background where you could see the color a little bit better. I wonder if you back coated this with white, if that would make a difference. I'm wondering if I should try that. It's like so late at night. Do I do that? But it's not going to, let me see something. It's not going to go around the edges. You're just going to see like the middle part. So I'm wondering if that's a mistake. Because if I do that, it's kind of like this shape, this size on the back. And then you're only going to see it like that. So no, I don't think that's a good idea, because you're only going to get that look. So no, glad I didn't go through the extra step. But the colors look nicer. So if this was on a white countertop, it would look beautiful, but black countertop, no, not so much. White, black, white, black. Can you tell the, well, yeah, you can tell the difference. I'm thinking, let's try a metallic marker on there and see what we get. Well, if I do that, then I'm going to cover up all the green. Because that's where all the green is. Like, there's a little bit right here and a little bit right there. Let me see what metallic looks like around the edge. And if I don't like it, I can take it off. Because there's a little set of small... I don't think I like that. I think no. Let me get a little piece of this here. Get that off before it's completely dry, and it's really hard to get off. I was just thinking to cover the starfish up, but then if I cover the starfish up, I'm going to be covering all the green up, so I don't want to do that. So I think I'm just going to leave it. Can you believe it, guys? I'm leaving two things alone, and there was no extras today. Like, who am I? Who are you? And where is Michelle? All right, well, I will get you some photos. I do love the mold. I like it better without the powder. What do you like it better, with the powder or without? The only problem is without, how do you get your starfish to stand out? I'm trying to think. Can we UV resin in here maybe? I wonder if we can UV resin in that. I wonder if it would cure. Should I try it? Let's try it. Let me mix up a little UV resin real quick. Got a tiny little bit of UV resin in here. I'm going to drip some sapphire blue in it. I don't know if it's going to be too opaque to cure through because the mold is not really made for UV resin. But I'm wondering if we can get that cured. How can we highlight this starfish? Okay, it's mixed, but I don't know if it's going to work. This could be a complete fail right at the beginning, and we won't have to worry about it. I'm just going to stick a little bit in here. This is high viscosity, so it stays in place. And I'm making it really thin. Let me grab my light here before I go completely crazy with this. And see. Let's see if it's going to cure real quick. I'm just going to put it on a quick minute there. So as I'm waiting for it to cure, I just decided to use my chrome marker and go over it just to see what it would look like, since I can get it off pretty simple. And it's not too bad. It takes a little bit of the green away, but not too bad. Which way do you like it better? Do you like the chrome on it, or should I take it off? Let's go with a vote. So vote in the comment section. Yes to chrome or no to chrome? I don't know. I think it stands out pretty cool. I don't know. I'm going to leave it there until I hear from you. Let's see what we got going on here. Did it cure or not? It actually did. Should we continue on painting this in there and see if it would work? I did not expect to do this. I don't know what that is. Probably a cured piece of resin. The question is, can we get it cured before it drips everywhere? Because that could be a deal breaker for me. And I don't know how the coverage will be. Let me just try one of these legs, I guess you would call them. Because it's not gonna be like even because of the angle that it's at. I don't know. Let's try that and see what happens. Well, it worked, you guys. I did it in many, many layers. So what I'm hoping, and I did not plan on doing a third one. I didn't even plan on doing 2, let alone 3. But what I'm thinking is, I'm wondering if the underside is cured. I hope I don't ruin this whole thing because I've already mixed up 8 more ounces of resin. But I did it in thin layers. There's multiple layers on here, and cured and cured and cured. So it's definitely cured through. I don't know what's going to happen. Guess what? I'm keeping it clear. I know, I don't normally do this, but I didn't want to wash out the blue color. So I'm keeping it clear today. That never happens. I probably don't need, why? Okay, I was going to say I probably don't need all 8, but I guess I do. It's like that blue didn't take up any space because I'm still at the exact same level I am with no blue in there. So that's weird. I did run it through the vacuum chamber, but not as long as I normally do because it's like 1:30 in the morning. And I'm trying to not do this late, but I had to finish what I started. So I got a few bubbles in there. Hopefully they'll rise this evening, and let's see what this third one looks like tomorrow. It's cured. Are you ready? This is the last one I'm doing today, guys. I didn't expect to do 3. I didn't expect to do 2, but I got curious. I'm just hoping the top of this is cured and it's not ruined because it's going to be really pretty. I did not use the heat mat on this one. I just let it stay overnight. And it worked. Look at that. What do you think about the clear? That is really pretty. Okay, do you have a favorite? Here they are all together. Which one is your favorite? I will get you some pictures, but look at that. No bubbles at all. They are so pretty. I love this mold. Okay, well, if you want this mold, make sure you check the description box. There's 20% off. And use the code to get that. Don't forget the code. Some people forget the codes. All right, thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to figure out what to do tomorrow, and I hope you all have a blessed day. I'm going to see you then. Bye, everyone.